right, you guys, are you ready for your next comedian? Oh my God. She is amazing. She's a former producer of the Listen to Your Mother show. She has performed all over. Please welcome Ellen Nordberg.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Andrea is our producer. We appreciate all that she's done so that we could be here tonight. I was picking potato chip crumbs off my black top earlier today, and I said to my husband, Jesus, I gotta get this off. I look like a mess. And he goes, oh, I think you should leave it. You look much more like an unhinged mom. So here we are, unhinged moms. Now, Andrea's already done the survey about who has kids, like just about everyone. How about boys? Anybody have boys? Yeah. How about twins? Anybody have twins? All right. I heard there were some twins on the way too, so hopefully we're not going to scare you too badly. So I have identical twin boys, and they're always going off about bodily functions, right? So at 2.5, one of them goes under the slide in Community Park, drops trow, deposits a giant steaming pile of poop to rival a giant St. Bernard, and then screams across all the shocked mothers, Mommy, I'm a potty rock star. Then at 8, he won't leave the bathroom because he's embarrassed. We finally get out of him through the door that he has farted and shit his pants. His twin brother goes, oh man, don't worry about it. That happens to me all the time. Once they started learning about sex, they developed a whole new vocabulary. One night when they were 9, we read sex education for elementary schoolers, which, believe it or not, is actually a thing. And the next morning, they rushed our room. Mommy, I'm so glad I didn't get a rejection in the night. I was like, rejection? Erection? You know, honey, I kind of think the rejection part comes later. Once you get the erection part figured out. And then his twin brother goes, I'm just super glad I didn't sperm my pants. Once they got to high school, I ran down to the basement to retrieve my dustbuster, and a girl clad in nothing but a blue thong flashed past me toward the bathroom. The next week, same twin is in the backseat of the car trying to get my help sending Thong Girl a postcard from New Hampshire. Mom, you got her address, and is it T-I-F-F, 1 F or 2, and A-N-I or A-N-Y? I was like, dude, you so do not deserve a half-naked girlfriend in the basement if you don't know where she lives and you can't spell her effing name. Then he tells me he's sure that he has an STD. But he also swears he hasn't had sex of any kind. So I finally figure out that he thinks he can just spontaneously generate an STD by jerking off. And he says he's very concerned it's going to cause him sterility issues if we don't get it addressed right away. Sterility, infertility, sterility? I'm just super glad he's going to be an engineer and they don't need to use English or spell. People always have trouble telling my identical twins apart. One time when they were 2, we were on a layover in the Dallas airport and we're watching them chase each other around the waiting area. And this lady in an Arizona Razorback sweatshirt goes, "Your son is so busy." My husband leans in like he's telling her a secret. "It's 'cause there's 2 of them." All right, so is anyone from Boston? Any Boston fans? Wow, there's usually like at least one. Fake it, play along. Woo! We love Boston. Come on, Bill Belichick. Woo! All right. When people find out that I grew up in Boston, they say things like, "Oh, how come you don't have an accent?" And, "Do you park your car in Harvard Yard?" But I could get it going for you. I could start talking about beers you drink in the woods and beers you run from in the woods and how we're going down the park to do some partying. And then we're going to Jordan Marsh and then we're going to Burlington Mall and how we're all going to have a wicked fucking pisser outrageous time. But there's different types of Boston accents. There's my grandmother with the old New England Yankee accent. She'd go down the basement and say stuff like, "It's dark as a pocket down here." Or, when my 8-year-old buddy with the greasy hair and zits left after our Barbie playdate, she turns to my mom and goes, "Oh my, isn't she unfortunate looking?" Anybody else take French? Yeah? I kinda did with my hockey player buddy from Revere. "Bonjour, Elon. Comment allez-vous aujourd'hui? Je m'appelle Brienne O'Donnell. Bien sûr. Pour les petits déjeuners, j'ai bu de chocolat chaud." Boston people are everywhere. I took my 4-year-old to the ER at Avista, and we met Jerry, the male nurse. "Buddy, heard you fell out of the car at Costco." Fuck that happened. I figured this would be a great opportunity for us to suck up to him and get better service. Ask him where he's from in Boston. Tell him where your grandparents live. And here's my son, who's been sobbing like his brains are leaking out of the tiny cut in his head, suddenly starts talking like some wanker character from Thomas the Tank Engine. "Grammy and Grampy live in Harvard and Maine." Jerry goes, "Yeah, I'm not from there." Turns out our marriage counselor was from Boston too. And my husband and I laid out all our problems. We were ruining our twins with our fighting. My husband would lose his keys and his shoes and accuse me of hiding them, and there was screaming. And so we sat at this guy's feet just waiting for his wise advice on how to save our marriage. "Paul, not for nothing, but what the fuck? How come you can't find your stuff? And you think you're gonna ruin your kids? They're gonna need therapy? Oh, just start the fund now, because they're gonna need therapy no matter what." So there's a lot of Boston people in Colorado. There were Boston people in LA when I lived there when I was single, like Joey from Nahant, who lived upstairs and walked me back after a party one night. "You mind if I come upstairs and lay down with you for a while?" And then the line that every 25-year-old girl dreams of hearing, "I promise to be quick." So the nurse at the boys' elementary school was from Boston, and she couldn't tell them apart. Yeah, It's Nanette here from the nurse's office. I got one of your boys here. Don't freak out. I think he's going to need stitches. Which one are you? So we go back to the ER for our 29th frequent flyer visit. Only this time the cops get called and they separate us to start asking questions, my husband and me, about all the recent injuries to our son. But thank God for Jerry. Not for nothing, he told the cops, it's 'cause there's two of us.